I am Subaru and welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to fix the Sigworth family home because it's bad. It's really bad. Firstly, it's a base game knockoff. Secondly, it's just bad. I mentioned it before, but that's what it is. It's a bad house. So with that being said, let's jump into this build. So firstly, I knew that I wanted to make this place smaller and also move the bedrooms to the back. I don't really like this bedroom in the front situation. Little Simsy made an entire video when this pack came out about how this is just base game homes that has been reused. It's actually really sad. So yeah, I wanted to change it up a bit, make it more fit into this world itself. So firstly, like I mentioned, I moved all the bedrooms to the back. I also then gave it a wraparound porch. That for me was very important. Now you are going to see the porch kind of change, especially when I start with the roof. At first I thought, okay, it being a little bit off center now is not going to be a big problem once I have the actual roof set, but it's a big problem. It's a massive problem. So that changes. I actually moved the porch to go like completely around. Like, yeah, I got kind of a little bit of a snag and I was like, what am I going to do with this little bump out? So I thought, okay, let's make the bump out bigger and then just expand the porch area. But I make the bump out smaller again. I keep the porch the same width, but it made the bedroom inside a little bit too big, so it just looked a little bit better when I changed it. Now, I kind of keep a lot of the things the same. Like, I tried to keep the vibe of the house. So you saw that I kept some furniture in the bedroom. I kind of delete that bed, so that was a waste. But when I started, I had the idea of I was going to keep this place very, very similar. I only use base game, Strangerville, and Get Together. The reason why I'm using Get Together is mostly because of the cabinets. So I really wanted built-in cabinets. I thought about it for like 5 minutes and then it was like, okay, no, cool. You know what? We are going to have built-in cabinets. We can have Get Together. 3 packs is not so bad. I only wanted it to be base game in Strangerville, but yeah, I'm sorry. I failed you all. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. Now, I also really liked these massive windows, and I wanted to have these shutters. So I'm quite glad that Strangerville actually came with a lot of medium wall height things and not really a lot of small wall height. There's nothing for like tall walls, but that's okay. That's okay. We are not like building a tall walled house today. No, we are not. That is not happening. And then I also really like this green. It's a very soft green, but I feel like it complements this yellowy beigey tone that I've got going on. So I really liked it. And then I just went with it. The original house was kind of like a grayish tone, and it kind of made it feel dead and bland and cold. And I know that this is Strangerville, but still, I mean, you can have a little bit of a pizzazz. So yeah, you can see that I placed the cabinets. Originally, I wanted the parents' bedroom to be on the opposite side, but I do move it around because the other bedroom is a lot bigger. So that just made a little bit more sense. Now I'm starting off with the kitchen. As you can see, there's like a massive gap. Like a 2-tile gap thing there. That changes. I make the house even smaller. And it actually benefits from that, because this living space is still quite large, even after the drastic change. There, I just changed it. And I think it just makes everything feel just fuller. and that's kind of what I was going for. I'm not using a lot of clutter because I didn't want this house to be super expensive. It's not a starter home, but your Sims will be able to afford this house. I do use some expensive furniture like these couches and like my side tables, but I wanted this old vintage vibe, and sacrifices had to be made. There's already a family that lives here, so I don't really mind it not being a starter home. I really struggle building starter homes, like really badly. So usually when I have to build a starter home, it's an apartment. They're cheap. Like the one that I built yesterday, I will tag that up here. So that's only like 400 simoleons a week. I mean, that's real cheap. Your sim can afford that. And that's literally a house for, you could like move 2 adult sims in and 3 kids. So, you know, apartments are the way to go. But this is not an apartment build. Now, I placed some curtains. I also changed everything a little bit darker. The countertops. You saw this living space go through a lot of changes while I was ranting about how cheap apartments are. Now, I'm just placing some more paintings, but I don't want to go super expensive with the paintings, so I kept it kind of mild, and then I just placed a TV. Now we are going to the parents' bedroom. Now, there was like a weird cut there. I couldn't decide what bed I wanted. It was difficult. She was really hard to get. So I just went with this basic dark wooded bed with white bedspreading. I think it looks good. I think it lends itself quite well to what I was going for. And then I just cluttered everything up. I also like the striped wallpaper that I gave them. I think it's a vibe. Now, I really started to liking using vanities, but unfortunately that is in the stuff bag, so I couldn't use a vanity. So I had to make my own, and the mirror doesn't really match, but it's okay. This is like an old vintage house, so nothing actually really matches. Now the kids' room. You saw me firstly just size up the carpet. I do swap it around because I realized that it's kind of weird. The child would want to look at those animals, even though the desk does cut off their heads, but it's fine, it's fine. It fills up that space beautifully. Now, I went with a lot of pink. I do change this wallpaper, it's a bit busy. I kind of make my own custom one. So here you can see me placing some dinosaur prints, and then I go in with a different dinosaur print. Please don't ask me what these dinosaurs are. I forgot. I used to be dinosaur obsessed when I was like 5. But that was many years ago. So there you saw me just change all the paintings. Well, the painting of that room, I just made it pink and it looked really good. Speedbuild go really fast. It's like cardio. So now I'm moving to the bathroom. I just changed everything to more of a white. I wanted it to kind of be a beige tone, but it felt a lot like my build that I did yesterday. So I was like, no, please, let's not get stuck in a habit. So I had to change. And then I still use like everything else that I always use. But this bathroom came out really cute. It looks a lot brighter and fresher than what it did. Now, this outside area, I moved the house a little bit forward so that we have a little bit more of a backyard. And I don't really do a lot. I add some benches around the front and at the back. A chess table on the side. On this side, I do add some planters because they did have planters. So, and your sim, I mean, this is some base game activities. This is something to do. This is what we are here for. Now, here you can see me placing the chess table. I then also just add a bench next to it because why not? And you need a chess table. It's a Sims classic. You cannot have a Sims house and not have a chess table. It's like an unwritten law. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I've had it since Sims 1. Always add a chess table. So now I'm just going in with the backyard, just placing where I want things to be. And then I'm going to come in with my terrain paint. I don't do a lot. I'm also really frustrated that they actually didn't give us a matching terrain paint. I always forget. No matching terrain paints. We cannot match this desert sand. The Sims said no. So it's a different sand color, but it's fine. I made it kind of blend and it's okay. So by these kind of steps, I kind of just mess around with the terrain paint, kind of looking like they faded into the sand and into the dust through age. And I really liked it. I think it worked. I think it actually blended quite well. Now I do go and debug for my plants. I wanted to use Strangerville plants, and you can basically only get them in debug. It's a little tip, but I mostly just use these flowers. We are reaching the end of the build, so I'm quickly gonna jump in and then just show you around. Actually, here we are back in the game, and oh my god. The Sigworth family needs a makeover. I think that's going to be my video tomorrow because this blush is going to give me nightmares. It is so much. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, oh my god. It was the first thing that I saw when I loaded into this lot. And it was like from here. Like, look at that. You can just see it. But this is not this video, even though I do feel like the townies just as bad as their homes. Like, honestly, the Sims team, nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel. And Halloween's already over, but yet we are still stuck with all the scary things. So this is our kitchen. I like it. I think the white in this area really just breaks everything apart. It just makes this entire space feel open, and it makes it feel fresh and vibrant. Well, not vibrant. Vibrant's the wrong word. I'm Afrikaans. I'm not English. But I think you get the vibe that I'm going for. So here's our dining area, and then just our TV area. There's little Greg. We needed a painting, and he was there. Now here's our bathroom. I love this rug. I use this rug almost always. This color is just so stunning. It just brings everything together. I kept the saucer lights. I think they still suit, and I don't want to go for the tiny ones, and they're cheap, so I could use a lot of them because this house needed a lot of light. It is so dark, so no matter what I did, it was constantly dark. So here's our main bedroom. We have some beautiful plants. They are not dead, and I kept the files that was on one of her, like the previous cabinet, so I kind of kept that. And then our kids' bedroom. Just look at this beautiful lighting coming through here. Now, here's our back garden. At least there's like trees on the yacht, like right next to it. The yard. So, this looks like it's part of my yard itself, which is why I didn't actually add actual trees. But I think this lot came out amazing. And the green is even brighter now that we are experiencing a heat wave. I think this house came out 100% better than what it looked like. Mission accomplished, in my opinion. I hope you agree. Now, I post daily, so please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what is your least favorite Strangerville house. There's a lot to choose from. Like basically every lot. Every lot. So please let me know. Goodbye.